The series continues, The Heart That Never Knew Love. Dora, a pregnant teen, left her sister's house in tears, heartbroken and dismayed, a house where she dealt with endless mockery, harsh insults, and constant judgment. With a heavy heart, ventured out into the world, unsure where her path would lead, but the road ahead was uncertain, treacherous. How could she navigate this journey alone, facing the harsh realities of a world that seemed determined to keep her down? She walked aimlessly, each step echoing her vulnerability, until she stumbled upon a dilapidated structure, a zinc shabby room. She had to figure things out all by herself. When family and friends could not lend a hand, it wasn't much, but it offered some shelter from the storm, just a brief break. Yet the fear of homelessness was always there. Days turned into months as she struggled through her pregnancy without proper medical checkups, with all hope fading. Her father, Ali, was nowhere to be found. Fear turned to resolve. She had a life inside her, a life that deserved a chance, a future that shouldn't be burdened by the shadows of her past. Shaky and overwhelmed, Dora held her baby bump close. With tears streaming down her face, she retreated into the solitude of the abandoned shack, her cries muffled by the crumbling walls. The weight of her situation pressed down on her. Pregnant, alone, abandoned, she grappled with fear, uncertainty, and despair. Each kick, each flutter of her baby's movement was a stark reminder of the life growing within her. It was a cruel trick of fate, a mockery of the innocence she once held dear. Inside the dilapidated shack, time seemed to stand still. Days blurred into weeks, each hour marked by the relentless ticking of a clock. The silence was deafening, broken only by the murmur of the wind, which carried tales of lives lived and lost. It was a symphony of neglect, of dreams deferred and futures erased, days filled with longing for help, nights spent gazing at the cracked ceiling, her mind swirling with thoughts and feelings. Memories flickered like dying embers, casting long, eerie shadows that danced on the walls. She saw glimpses of a happy childhood, of a family that will love her, of a future held dearly. Her journey through the labyrinth of her mind was both harrowing and enlightening. It was her showdown with the fears of being a dropout and an outcast, yet a journey of self-discovery, a testament to the indomitable spirit that resided within her. One evening, as twilight painted the sky in hues of purple and despair, the reality of her situation crashed down on her with the force of a tidal wave. Her water had broken. She was in labor, alone, abandoned in the desolate confines of the dilapidated zinc shack. The pain was excruciating, each contraction a fresh wave of agony, a brutal reminder of the violation that had brought her to this point. Her face is streaked with dirt and tears. She clutches her stomach, her breath coming in ragged gasps. The humid air hung thick and heavy, suffocating her, mirroring the crushing weight of despair pressing down on her chest. Please, please, someone help me. I can't do this alone. Battling the agonizing throes of labor, the sounds of her pain echo in the small space. There was no gentle hand to hold, no soothing voice to offer comfort, only the raw, primal struggle to bring a life into the world. Hours blurred into a nightmarish haze. The shack swam in and out of focus, her vision punctuated by bursts of pain. She gritted her teeth, bearing down with every surge of pain, her body a battleground where pain and relief waged a relentless war. Dora screams, her voice raw with exertion. She pushes with every ounce of strength she possesses. Finally, with a final, earth-shattering push, a cry pierced the silence. A tiny, fragile life had entered the world, a life born from darkness and desperation. She cradled the child, her daughter, her eyes mirroring her own, eyes already reflecting the pain and uncertainty of the world she had entered. In that moment of overwhelming emotion, she knew she had to be strong, not just for herself, but for the innocent life entrusted to her care. This tiny human being, born into a world of chaos and heartache, deserved a chance, a fighting chance at a decent life. The ordeal had taken its toll. She was very weak and utterly exhausted. With newfound determination, Dora bundled the baby close, seeking solace in the warmth of the small body pressed against her chest. Yet something kept her going, a primal instinct to protect, to nurture, to survive. She named her destiny, A defiant act of hope against a backdrop of utter hopelessness. But hope alone couldn't feed a child, couldn't provide shelter. Time passes. Dora's at the market, haggling over a few sad tomatoes and wilted veggies. Her clothes are worn, her face etched with worry. She is constantly harassed by Pasorsby, their faces carved with disdain. Her body, a testament to the brutality she had endured, was now a vessel of resilience, a fortress of maternal love. Days turned into weeks. Each day, a new challenge, a new battle against the unrelenting forces of poverty, hunger, and despair. Dora's resolve never wavered. Her spirit, though battered, remained unbroken. She was determined to shield destiny from the harsh realities that had become her own. Then one fateful day, a glimmer of recognition, a face from the past, weathered and edged with hardship, yet familiar nonetheless, appeared at the threshold of her makeshift shelter. It was June, her mother, returned. But the woman who stood before her was a ghost of her former self, ravaged by illness and haunted by a past she couldn't escape. The reunion was bittersweet, a mixture of joy and sorrow, of hope and despair. Dora's heart ached at the sight of her mother, reduced to such a state. Yet there was a flicker of relief, a sense of shared struggle in June's eyes. In that moment, the roles reversed. Dora, barely a woman herself, found herself nursing both her child and her ailing mother in a cramped zinc shack. 2 lives, clinging to me, draining me, she cried out. But what choice did I have? The corrugated metal, amplifying the relentless sun beating down on them. Life continued its relentless march. Each day a new test, each night a new worry. But Dora persevered. She sold small items in the bustling marketplace, her voice hoarse from hawking wares, her hands calloused from labor. Every coin was a victory, every meal a testament to her unwavering determination. Through it all, Leo remained a distant, scornful figure. He saw Dora's poverty, and the child was merely proof of what he considered her low status. He denied paternity, adding another layer of shame to her already heavy burden. Just when despair threatened to consume her, a light emerged from an unexpected source. Elder Manuel, a man with kind eyes and a gentle demeanor, saw Dora's plight and offered small acts of kindness. A bag of rice, a listening ear, words of encouragement that chipped away at the layers of pain and self-doubt. He became a beacon of hope, reminding her that she was not forgotten, that even in the darkest of times, faith could prevail. Years passed, etched with hardship but also resilience. The fire in Dora's eyes hadn't been extinguished. Driven by an unyielding desire to provide a better future for Destiny and her mother, she decided to defy the odds stacked against her. She enrolled back in school, balancing motherhood, caring for June, and endless studying. The nights were long and arduous, but Dora refused to give up. Finally, the day arrived. The results were posted, and Dora's name shone bright, a constellation of A's marking her triumph over adversity. She had passed with flying colors, defying the odds, proving that even a heart shattered by abandonment, abuse, and betrayal could still soar. But her journey was far from over. The path to university, to a life free from poverty and despair, remained shrouded in uncertainty. Could she possibly find the funds, the support to break free from the shackles of her past? What sacrifices would she have to make to achieve her dreams? And what dark secrets still lay hidden, waiting to be unearthed, threatening to shatter her hard-won peace? The final chapter is about to begin. Click the subscribe button for more updates. Thanks for watching.